Hello yogis, and welcome to today's practice where we will center around the theme of clarity. We're going to begin by coming onto our backs, lying in savasana. Extend the legs out long in front of you, arms open to the sides of the body, palms facing up. Let's begin by simply noticing the breath. No need to change it, just observe it flowing in and out. In yoga, we learn that clarity arises when we take time to turn inward, when we close our eyes and shut out the external distractions. We can begin to see within. When we stop listening to the opinions and the judgments of others, we create space to truly hear our own inner voice. And that's really the theme of clarity. It's being able to tap into your own intuition, your own heart, your own mind. The world around us can feel noisy and chaotic, making it challenging to connect with our true self. But here on the mat, we'll practice becoming quieter, so that we can see and hear within. As the poet Rumi beautifully said, the quieter you become, the more you are able to hear. It's in hearing ourselves that we access the wisdom and the peace that resides within. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. And again, in through your nose. And exhale, let it go. Hug the knees into the chest as you breathe in. And let's take the right knee and wrap it on top of the left. Open the arms out to a T, bending at the elbows. And then allow the knees to shift over to the left as you gaze over toward the right shoulder. You can place that left hand on top of the knees for a deeper twist. Take a few moments here to wring out the spine. Twisting helps us wring out tension and detoxify. As you move into this twist, visualize yourself releasing anything that clouds your sense of clarity, whether it's physical tension or mental chatter. Take a few breaths here, allowing each exhalation to clear out the mental chatter, to detoxify both the body and the mind. On your inhale, shift the knees back to center, and let's just change the cross of the knees. This time, left knee on top of right. Allow the knees to tip over to the right. And then you can place the right hand on top of the knees for a little leverage. Gaze out over the left arm, bending at the elbow. Use this space to find the quiet within. On your next inhale, draw the knees back to center, hug the knees into your chest, and then place the hands under the knees and gently rock yourself forward and back, massaging out the spine. The next time you come forward, come onto your hands and knees. We'll come into a tabletop pose, placing the palms under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And let's extend the right heel to the height of the hip. Keep the toes facing down. And then the left arm extends forward. Reach through the left fingertips and through the right heel. Pull the belly in as you curl and round, touching elbow to knee. Pause here. And then let's re-extend. Engage the low belly as you pull elbow to knee and extend. One more time, elbow to the knee and extend. From here, let's lower the knee, lower the palm. And we'll simply change sides. This time, lift the left heel in line with the hip. Keep those toes dialed down. Extend the right arm forward alongside the ear. Hug the low belly in. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, elbow meets the knee. Re-extend. And then elbow touches the knee. Extend. Deep breath in. Exhale to touch. And extend. Get long here. And then lower the palm, lower the knee. Let's step our feet back, coming into our first plank pose. Stack the shoulders on top of the wrist. Keep the belly button pulling in toward the spine, and then head in line with the shoulders. From here, we'll lower all the way down to the belly. Keep the palms under the shoulders. And then on an inhale, let's extend the right elbow in line with the right shoulder. Keep the palm flat on the earth. Place the left palm under the left shoulder. And then we'll bend the left knee and simply roll onto the right side of the body, taking those left toes, placing those on the earth. You can keep the left palm pressing into the mat for a little extra leverage here. So the alignment of this pose is really important. You want to make sure that the right elbow is in line with the right shoulder and that the wrist is in line with the elbow. Keep the left palm pressing gently into the mat. Take a few deep breaths, allowing the right shoulder in front of the chest to open. And then let's straighten the left leg and roll onto the belly. Place the right palm under the right shoulder, extend the left arm out to the side, bend the right knee, and keeping that left elbow bent, just roll onto the left side body. Keep the right palm gently pressing into the mat, right toes reaching around behind you. Take a few deep breaths and allow the expansion to take place across the front of the left chest. And let's gently roll back onto the belly, both palms by the rib cage. On an inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower the head, tuck the toes, and from here, press straight up into plank and exhale back into downward facing dog. It's our first one, so take any movements that feel natural to your body, maybe bending one knee and then the other. When you're ready, come into stillness, lifting the sit bones to the sky and sinking the heels down to the earth. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Continue to draw your awareness inward. Notice your breath. Notice how it feels without judgment or the need to change it. On an inhale, step forward to the top of your mat. Lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, fold forward. Separate the feet hip distance. And let's place the left palm under the face, and on an inhale, sweep the right arm up to the sky. Think of stacking the right shoulder on top of the left. Let your gaze follow that right hand. Just stay here in the twist for a full breath in and a full breath out, using each exhalation as a vehicle to surrender and let go of what no longer serves you. Lower the right palm. Place the right hand under the face and inhale, sweep the left arm up to the sky. Let your gaze follow the left fingertips. Breathe in clarity. Exhale and release doubt, confusion. Use your practice to clear space within you. On an exhale, release the left hand. Inhale, lengthen the spine, get long between the vertebrae. Exhale, forward fold. On an inhale, roll yourself up to standing. And inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Set the intention that you are here to draw clarity into your mind through your physical practice. On an inhale, sweep the arms overhead, and exhale, arms to the sides as you come into your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step the right and then the left foot back. Pause in your plank pose, pull the low belly in. Next exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, heart opens. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, right foot reaches up to the sky. As you exhale, step the right foot forward, lower the left knee down to the earth. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Think of drawing the left hip forward, sinking into the right knee, opening the heart, opening the front of the chest. Notice the desire to move on right away. See if you can find the elements of stillness even in your moving practice. Draw the hands to your heart space. And let's take a twist. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Palms press into one another. Think of lifting the left palm up as you press the right palm down, and use that leverage to twist from your mid-back all the way up through your upper back. And then let's unwind, arms reach overhead, and exhale, lower the palms. Tuck the back toes, come off of that left knee. And from here, we'll take another twist. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Left hand planted on the inside of the right foot. Twists can be thought of as the wringing out of old thoughts, emotions, and energies that no longer serve you. This helps us to create new space for insights, ideas, and a more focused mindset. Let's reach that right arm up and overhead, getting a nice full side body stretch. On the exhale, lower the right hand. And let's flatten the back foot. As you inhale, keep the right knee aligned over the right ankle and open up for warrior two. Adjust the feet as needed. You want to have a straight line of energy from the right heel all the way to the center of that left foot. Drop the shoulders down and away from the ears, but keep the energy extending out through the fingertips as you exhale and drop the right elbow onto the right knee. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Feel that you're pulling energy and insight from the heavens above, letting it trickle into your hands and into your body. Extend the left arm up and overhead. On your exhale, let's reverse that warrior. Right arm up and over, and then both hands down to the mat. Step back and find your chaturanga flow. Inhaling to open the heart wide. Exhaling back to downward dog. On your inhale, left heel reaches up to the sky. As you exhale, step the left foot forward, lower the right knee to the earth, and inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Motivate the fingers toward the sky. Cultivate deep ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. Allow your body time to find spaciousness, and that space will create the freedom for new thoughts and ideas. We'll take a twist, right elbow to the outside of the left knee, palms press. Twisting promotes spinal flexibility and alignment, and that can enhance the flow of prana, this energy that moves along the spine. When our energy flows freely, it leads to a greater sense of vitality. Inhale the arms overhead, and exhale, lower the palms, come off of that right knee. Keep the right hand rooted, and inhale, sweep the left arm up to the sky. Stack the shoulders one on top of the other. Engage the muscles of the core. Feel that sense of stability and grounding even as you're twisting. Left arm can reach up and overhead. And then let's lower the left hand down to the earth. Spin the right foot flat, and we'll rise up, coming into our warrior two. Straight line of energy from the left heel to the center of the right foot. Feel the muscles of the belly engage as you exhale and drop the left elbow, resting it lightly on the left knee, right arm up to the sky. So think of reaching through that top hand so you're not dumping all of the weight into the left elbow. And then extend right arm up and overhead. Feel the lightness in the upper body as you reverse the warrior. And then we'll lower both hands down to the earth. Step back and flow through your chaturanga, mindfully opening and pressing back to downward dog. Gaze forward, walk or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale for length and exhale to fold. This time bend your knees, come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink the weight into the heels, bring the hands to your heart center, and we'll twist. Left elbow to the outside of right knee. Twisting is so good for the nervous system too. It activates that parasympathetic nervous system that helps us relax. Inhale, arms back to the sky, and then come back to the heart space, and we'll twist to the other side. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, back to chair pose, and exhale, plant the palms as you forward fold. Inhale for length, and exhale, walk or jump back. Lower through your chaturanga sequence, flowing with the breath. On an inhale, right heel to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Right knee aligned over the right ankle. Think of shifting the tailbone underneath the body, taking any excess curve out of the low back. Stay with your breath as you bend the left elbow, reaching that left hand down the back, and then take the right hand, place it on top of that left elbow, just for a little traction here, opening up through the left tricep. From here, let's hinge forward, keep the spine straight, release the hands forward as we float into balancing warrior 3. The right leg is strong and stable, left heel in line with the left glute, palms right beside the hips. Crown of the head in line with the tailbone, low belly tucked in tight, breath flowing deeply. Extend the arms out to the sides, and we'll lower the left hand down to the earth or a block. Right hand reaches up toward the sky. Think of keeping the left heel in line with the left glute as you stack the shoulders one on top of the other, or at least move in that direction. It's okay if they don't stack. Just know that we're shifting that top shoulder back. And then let's lower the right hand, lower the left hand, one on each side of the right foot, coming into standing splits. Left heel reaches high. Stay with the flow of your breath. Let that be the anchor for your practice. On your exhale, step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, separate the feet, hip distance. Clasp the big toes with the 2 peace fingers of each hand and fold forward. Take a moment to come back to your deep Ujjayi breath here. Let's inhale, lengthen the spine. Release the left fingertips, but keep the right fingers holding the right toe. Bring the left hand to your hip. With a soft bend in the left knee, rise up to standing, still holding on to the right big toe if you can. And if you fall out, that's okay. Just come right back into it. Inhale, sweep the left arm overhead. magnetize the left fingers toward the sky. And now let's use the left hand to hold on to the outside edge of the right foot. And we'll come into another twist. Right arm sweeps around behind you. And to really challenge the balance, you can play with the gaze here, maybe shifting the gaze over the right fingertips. And then let's gaze forward. Keep the right leg extended, just a breath. And we'll float back into our warrior three pose. Inhale here. And exhale. Step back softly, lightly, landing in crescent lunge. Hands come to your heart. And we'll twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Palms press. Take another breath in and rise back up to crescent lunge. Lower the palms, step the left foot back, flow through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel reaches to the sky. As you exhale, step that left foot forward, rise up, coming into crescent lunge. Take a few breaths here, quiet the distractions of the mind. Be fully present with your breath and your posture. Let's bend the right elbow, place the left hand on top of that right elbow. Take a breath to just stretch out through the right tricep. As you exhale, hinge forward, release the arms forward, and we'll come into our warrior three. Right heel floats in line with the hip, palms beside the hips. Balancing postures are kind of like a mirror for our mental state. If your mind feels cluttered, the balance may waver. So keep your mind free. Extend the arms out in line with the shoulders. Drop the right hand onto a block or the earth, and then open through the left chest, stacking left shoulder on top of right. Twisted half moon. I think this is one of the most challenging postures. It really requires a lot of focus. So stay here, be present. Lower the left hand, lower the right hand, come into your standing splits. Right heel reaching toward the sky. Crown of the head magnetizing toward the earth. Remember that clarity is not about perfection, it's just about presence. So if you fall out of balance, even here, just take a breath, reset, and join us again. Let's step the right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale. Separate the feet hip distance. Clasp the big toes with the peace fingers. As you exhale, come into your fold. Use this time to come into that ujjayi breath. Even if the breath has sped up a little bit, see if you can breathe in and out through the nose. Take a few deep breaths here. On your inhale, lengthen the spine. Release the right hand with a soft bend in the right knee. See if you can rise up to standing, still holding on to the left toes. If you fall out, it's okay. Just come right back into it. Right fingertips reach to the sky. Left heel extends strongly in front of you. As you exhale, take that right hand, place it to the outside of the left foot, and we'll take a twist. Left arm extends to the wall behind you. If you want to play with the gaze, you can gaze over the left fingertips. And then let's look forward, release the hands, keep the leg extended for just a breath. And then from here, back to warrior three, hands alongside the hips. And as soft as a feather, step back into crescent lunge. Arms reach overhead. And from here, lower the hands to the heart space. We'll take our twist, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Think of stacking the elbows one on top of the other and initiating the twist from your mid-back, not the low back. On an inhale, let's release that, coming back into crescent lunge. Lower the palms, step the right foot back, flow through your chaturanga, making sure to keep a 90-degree angle in those elbows when you flow through your chaturanga push-up. Take a deep breath here and exhale, let it go. Soften the breath, soften the mind. Allow yourself to be fully present here and now. And from here, let's drop down to the knees. From here, we're going to come into a heart opening sequence. Heart openers invite us to clear out the cobwebs of fear and doubt and confusion. So let's begin by coming into a kneeling posture, knees the same distance apart as your hips, tailbone tucked. And on an inhale, let's sweep the arms up and overhead right alongside the ears. We'll begin by taking a twist, sweeping the right fingertips toward the back of the mat, left fingertips forward. And then just begin to drop the right hand down to the right heel as you reach the left arm toward the sky, opening up through the chest and the heart. Receive a deep breath and then rise back into the twist. And then sweep both arms up and overhead. We'll take the other side. This time, right fingertips reach forward, left fingertips back. Drop the left hand down to the left heel, right arm to the sky. We'll come back through the twist. Reach both arms up and overhead. As you exhale, lower the palms to the mat, sit back onto the sit bones, extend the legs long in front of you, shift the sit bones side to side, and then we'll hug the right knee into the chest and take that right foot, place it on the outside of the left leg. Right arm reaches to the sky and around behind you as close as you can to the tailbone. Left arm will hug the right knee into the chest. Keep the left leg engaged so it's not going into savasana here, but keep a little energy moving even through the right leg, all the way out through that heel. Slowly unwind, and we'll bend the left knee, placing the left ankle under the right knee. right ankle on top of left knee, coming into fire log pose. Arms reach overhead. As you exhale, fold the body forward over the legs. Now, if you find that the hips are really tight here and you have big gaps between the knees and the feet, you can always pause the video, take a blanket or a rolled up towel and place it in those gaps and then rejoin me. Forward folds are a wonderful way to quiet the mind, and that inner quiet is a requisite for finding clarity. So use this time here to soften and to simply be present with yourself. On an inhale, rise back up. We'll hug the right foot as close as we can into the torso. Right arm reaches up and overhead. You can place that right hand right behind the tailbone, or maybe it can reach all the way around and clasp the right foot. Either way, gaze over the right shoulder. Take the left hand, place it on the right knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, let go of whatever is not serving you. And if you're not sure what it is that you should let go of, just let go of one negative thought, one judgment, one criticism towards yourself or another person. That's enough. Slowly unwind. On your inhale, re-extend the legs forward in front of you. Bend the left knee, place the left foot to the outside of the right leg, and use the right arm to wrap around that left leg. Inhale, left arm to the sky, and then around behind you as close as you can to the tailbone. Gaze out over the left shoulder. Take a few deep breath cycles here. Be mindful not to rush through your poses, not to rush through your days. Instead, savor the little spaces where you have a breath or two. Let's gaze forward. From here, bend the right knee, place that right ankle under the left knee, left ankle on top of right knee. Reach the arms long, and as you exhale, forward fold. Notice what arises in stillness. On your next inhale, begin to walk yourself back up. Pull that left foot as close as you can to the torso. Extend left arm to the sky. Reach it around behind you, or maybe find that left foot. Right hand to the outside of left knee. Let your gaze drift over the left shoulder. As you exhale, slowly release. Extend the legs long on your mat. Softly roll onto your back. Hug the knees into your chest, gently rocking side to side. And we'll extend the heels up to the sky. Take a moment to reverse the pull of gravity. Just rest here for a few breaths. And very slowly, as slow as you can, engaging the belly, lower the heels down to the mat. And we'll come into our final resting pose, Shavasana. This is your chance to really come into stillness. It's in stillness that we often find our greatest sense of clarity. So just allow yourself permission to rest fully here, trusting that when your mind becomes quiet, answers and insights will naturally arise. Notice the space between your thoughts. Clarity lives in those quiet spaces where there's nothing to do but be. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Simply observe, notice. Lao Tzu said that who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. So even as we close our practice, I encourage you to keep looking inside. Let's gently rebend the knees, roll over to your right side. Keep the head soft as you press yourself up into a seat. Draw your hands to your heart center. Remember And we all need clarity just for day-to-day living. It's a practice of being still and tuning into that inner voice. And our practice here on the mat can help us with that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found greater clarity through this practice. Namaste.